Blessed Sunday, friends. Leprosy, if there is a word that can capture the depth of our reflection this 28th Sunday, it is leprosy. When I was a seminarian, I had the opportunity to go to a leprosarium, and I was very much scared because I didn't want to be contaminated with leprosy. In fact, when I got home, I had to take a shower 3 times just to be sure that I was clean. Dear friends, as we reflect on leprosy, there are 2 important points that we need to reflect on. During the time of Jesus, leprosy was not just a physically dreaded disease, but it was also almost considered as a punishment for one's sins, for one's infidelity to God. So in the scene of the Gospel of Luke, we find 10 lepers who were probably Israelites and a Samaritan leper. Oftentimes we try to compare the two. They were 2 groups of people who asked for the healing of Jesus. The 10 got healed, but they didn't return to Jesus. And the Samaritan got healed, recognized that he was healed, returned to Jesus. Oftentimes we say, well, the 10 lepers were ungrateful, but this is not actually the meaning of what really happened. If we go to the last verse of the Gospel, there we find the true meaning. It was not about healing, but it is about salvation. It is about being saved in the Lord, being saved by Jesus. So the first lesson is that we have to work on our salvation in whatever situation of life we find ourselves in. We have many kinds of spiritual leprosy in our life. Sometimes, probably, we don't recognize that. So what is important is, first of all, to constantly ask God to save us. And that we can only do if, and this is the second point, that we recognize our need of God, that the power of God who dwells in Him, in Jesus, channeled through His healing hand, could also be upon us, that whatever weaknesses we may have in our life, whatever sins we may have committed, we can be uplifted so we can start our journey towards the fullness of life. So dear friends, as we celebrate this Sunday, let us look into our own kind of leprosy in our life of faith. And ask the Lord that in spite of that, He may not tire offering to us the gift of salvation. And that also we can acknowledge that in spite of our weakness, the Lord continues to empower us to become better disciples. God bless you.